I'm about 8 miles into the day, doing 13.5 today. Started the day with a huge uphill. I think it was the longest uphill from about 1,700 or 1,800 feet up until over 5,000, over 7 or 8 miles. I was about 2.5 miles into that just because I camped partially up the hill, but it was a long morning. And just coming down the mountain now, gonna stop for lunch soon and hopefully make it to the shelter a little bit earlier than usual. About done for the day. I've got like 0.1 left. Honestly, today is really hard. I just feel like I am lagging. I don't know if it's much more difficult like elevation wise, because mileage wise it's pretty in line with what I've been doing. But some days are just a lot harder. It's a little hotter. I haven't been sleeping well. I'm frustrated because I'm not moving that fast. So I don't know, not every day is a great day. I just don't feel awesome today, but hopefully tomorrow's better. Good morning. I'm about 5 miles in for the day. Fortunately, feeling a lot better. Yesterday was just a really hard day on everyone. I think lots of up and down. It wasn't a short day either, 13.5 miles. And my allergies have just gotten really bad, so I was super congested. I still am, but feeling a little bit better, which is good. The plan for today is to get to Fontana Dam and hopefully resupply along the trail, or if it's really not super great, getting a ride into Fontana Village and resupplying there. And then making our way up to the Fontana Dam shelter, which people refer to as the Fontana Hilton because it has hot showers. So definitely looking forward to that. In the past, I've stayed at a hostel about every 4th or 5th night. So this is the first time I'm skipping that. But yeah, excited to get into the Smokies tomorrow. Hopefully, you know, I don't feel any worse. And if I do, I'm just gonna, I think, take a day off. This is day 15 without a 0. So I think by now I've earned it. Good morning, just leaving the Fontana Dam shelter. It's really cool. It does have running water, showers. There's a shuttle that can pick you up there and take you to the lodge. It was packed. This is the busiest shelter I've seen by a long shot. About 100 people, maybe more. So didn't get a ton of sleep, but excited to start the Smokies. Currently walking over Fontana Dam. This is the first road walk that I think we've had since the beginning. So it's kind of cool, a nice break from the mountains. Beautiful to be on the water. Here we are at the park entrance. I really thought it was gonna be a bigger deal than this. So here's the permit box at the start of the park. You take half your permit, write your entry date, and put that in the box, and then you carry the other half with you. Thanks. So today is a bit of a different day because normally I'm going up and down all day throughout the day. This is the first day where it's just straight up for the whole day. I'm gonna do either 12 or 15 miles depending how I feel. actually just passed the 15-mile mark for the day, but there is a third shelter 2.9 up. So I decided to continue on. It's gonna be my first 18-mile day. It's been pretty nice terrain after that initial climb. And you can see I'm walking through these white flowers. It's honestly just beautiful. So enjoying the day. The day started, but it's super bright here up on Rocky Top, just beautiful. Stopped and had a little breakfast. Today I got started at 7:30, which is the earliest I've started, and I'm gonna go for either 13.5 or 19.5 today, so it just depends how I feel. Just over 12 miles for the day, and it's before 2:30, so I've decided to push up to the 200-mile mark at Clingman's Dome, and then I've got to make it 19.5 to finish out the day. So this is a lot for me. The group I'm hiking with is a little faster and they're all pushing through, so I'll finish out the day with them, at least keep up for today so we can get to 200 together. Good morning. I didn't record yesterday afternoon because after we hit Clingman's Dome, which was awesome, great to celebrate the 200-mile mark, I was just exhausted. That was a 19.6 mile day for me. So that last 3.5 miles after Clingman's Dome to get to camp were my hardest miles on the trail. Finally made it and was actually thinking of getting off in Gatlinburg today and made the decision to stick it out. So my goal at this point, if I can swing it, is to actually do a 20-mile day today. I'm 7.5 miles into it, and then 15 or something like 17-mile day tomorrow to get out of the Smokies. I know I'm really pushing it mileage-wise for myself, but you know, if I need to stop, I'll stop. And then once I'm out of the Smokies, then there are more roads and options to slow down and get off trail. I'm gonna bring the mileage way back down. But I mean, I've kind of blown past my expectations every day. I'm really proud of myself and just trying to be careful and take care of myself too. Quick check-in, I've got about 8 miles to go. We did get a little bit of rain this afternoon between 1 and 2, but just sort of intermittent, small showers. I didn't even need to get out my rain jacket, fortunately. I really wanted to stay dry today because we have a ton of rain coming tomorrow and throughout the whole week, it looks like. Today has just been beautiful, like the best views of all of the Smokies. So it's a long day, but I stop very frequently and take pictures and breaks, and hopefully I'll get to camp at a reasonable time. I've got about 4.3 left for the day. I just can't get over how beautiful the Smokies are. I'm so glad I pushed for a bigger day today instead of going into town, and I got to see everything before the rain. I've also just met some really inspiring people today. So I met a couple who are hiking with their 2.5-year-old and 6-month-old, which I can't even imagine the challenge. And then a disabled veteran who gave me some good tips as well. So it has just been an awesome day. It's amazing to see and hear all the stories of everybody that gets out here to hike. And yeah, just feeling super grateful. I just saw a bear. I'm so excited. There's like a big steep downhill here, and I heard some branches snapping, and I looked down, and there's this, at a safe distance, maybe like, I don't know, 30, 40 feet away, this black furry thing. So I got a little nervous, took out my trekking poles and clicked him a few times to make noise, and he took off down the mountain. So poor guy, scared him, but at least he didn't get too close. That was so exciting.
They had a pen there, which was nice. I guess someone else liked it.
Yeah, the last one did have a pen. Okay, well, I'm really just stuffing this in here. Finally here in the beautiful Best Western. I am in Newport, Tennessee, so it's about 20 miles from the trail. And we got a shuttle from Davenport Gap right at the end of the Smokies. We were expecting a ton of rain today. Fortunately for us, most of the rain did come through last night. So last night I stayed at the Tri-Knob shelter. It was the last open shelter, or I guess technically the second to last open shelter in the Smokies, about 15 miles from the exit to the park. The one that is 7 miles from the exit to the park is closed from bear activity, aggressive bear activity. So it was pretty much a forced long day for anyone that wanted to hike. Because it was the last shelter open, the shelter was completely packed. So I ended up sleeping on the floor of the shelter. There had to have been like 25 people crammed into that thing. There were hammocks strung from the roof, people on the floor, everyone sleeping really close together on both like levels of the shelter. So we did all stay dry, but it was really insane rain and wind. So it was worth cramming in there. And we didn't have too bad of a day today. So I feel really happy to have the Smokies done. I think they're known to be some of the harder parts, especially down in the south, and to be somewhere warm as it continues to rain for the next couple of days. The weather is looking super awful for today too. Lots of rain, wind, thunder, lightning, and I haven't had a day off. Today's my 20th day on the trail, so I made the decision to stay at the Best Western an extra night. I'm taking a 0. I made the decision around the weather, but now that I have the day off, I really think this is what I need. So I'm taking the time to ice my knees, do some stretching, and really just lay low, and I'll have a full day back out there tomorrow. Just one of my 0-day chores. So I'm rinsing out my Tyvek ground cloth in the bathtub. It was super loud and crinkly and also super dirty, so it's gonna be clean and a little bit less disruptive.